So I want to tell you a little bit of a story. Last night I went to eat a Subway dinner with my kids to a Subway store, and the sandwich maker was a little and looked a little annoyed. And as we were getting the sandwiches, uh, she appeared very, very rude. Not only I felt it, my 13-year son also felt it, and I was like, what's happening here? But before I get to the further of the story, I want to tell you about for those of you who don't know me, my name is Andy Anand. I am a life coach and I teach law of attraction. And my experience at this Subway store was a big lesson in law of attraction. So, and you would say how? So that's what I'm going to tell you the story. So it was about I don't exactly remember the time, around 8 p.m. And I went with my twins to get Subway sandwiches for three of us. And there was one other gentleman ahead of us. And this lady was making sandwiches for him. And while she was still making it for him, she asked me, how many sandwiches do you need? So I said 3 foot longs, and then she continued to make the sandwich for the other gentleman. And after she had made that, she came back and started making sandwiches for me and my kids. So she made it for my daughter, then she made it for my son, and then when it came to my sandwich, she said she was out of chicken, and I could clearly see she had two different portions of chicken. And I said, why can't you use these? She said, no, one cut of chicken was more expensive than another cut of chicken. And I thought, that was really, really weird. It was just one chicken was shredded and another chicken was cut into cubes. Both of them was roast chicken. So why would she not so it took me a minute to actually convince her that I am okay with it, but she was not willing to give me that chicken. And I was like, why would she do that? She similarly got into a little bit of an thing with my daughter, because my daughter first, she said, what do you want? For those of you who are familiar with how Subway works, she said, which kind of bread? And my daughter told her the bread, and then my daughter said, chicken. And she put one kind of chicken on the bread, and then my daughter said, there are 4 different chicken sandwiches. And my daughter said, I want, I think whatever it was, chicken bacon ranch. And she said, no, you had to tell me earlier, because the chicken which I put in is not from chicken bacon ranch. I can't now substitute it. I said, we have not even taken the sandwich. You can easily put it back. But she was not willing to put it back. So, and as we went through, finally we got our sandwiches made. And when I got to my sandwich, I like a lot of vegetables. So I told her, put everything in there. And she just looked at me and was not willing to do it. She like, this sandwich comes only with these particular. But then she sensed that I was also not happy with her service, or whatever you want to call it. And at that point, she was like, okay. And she started cutting my sandwich, and she seemed so annoyed. She almost broke my sandwich, like she broke a piece of bread, and I could see that. And then she said, you know what, we close at 8. So I was like, suddenly, like, she said, the other employee has not showed up, so we wanted to close at 8. I did not realize what time it is. But anyway, I went ahead and I paid her thing. And at that point, my thought was, should I tip her or not? But maybe I was also getting a little bit annoyed. The other thing was, I was not even carrying cash. And so many times, and I'm not putting any judgment on the owner of the Subway here, so many times restaurant owners do not pass non-cash tips to the employees. So I said, no mind, I'm not too happy with the service. I'm not going to tip her, and I didn't tip her. And then I took the sandwiches and I came out and I looked at my watch, and it was 8:20 p.m. So then I realized what was really annoying her was that it was 8:20 and she probably wanted to go home, and the other employee was going to replace her, had not showed up, and she was annoyed that we walked in probably around at 8. We means me and my 3 kids, and she had to make 3 more sandwiches. It was 8:20. She was 20 minutes late. And actually, while we were getting our sandwiches made, another lady walked behind us. She wanted some particular sandwich, and I overheard them after we left that she wanted a meatball sandwich, and she said we are out of meatballs, and basically she turned away the business. Maybe they were really out of meatballs. I don't know. Let me again not make a judgment here. But I was really annoyed as I walked out, and then this morning, as I was thinking about that incident, and we came home, and while eating through the Subway sandwiches, I and my son both felt, we both actually talked about it, and we both felt that how rude this person was. Now, tell me, all of you all have faced this situation, right? All of you all have gone to a restaurant or any other retail store, or you dealt with somebody who's selling you something, and they seem to be least interested in you. They're selling you something. They are rude to you. They're not giving you proper service. And what do you feel? You also feel bad about it. You do not like the experience. And I came this morning and I was thinking about this because we talked about it over dinner last night, and probably that thought was in my head as I went to sleep, and I got up this morning early, and I was doing some of my own law of attraction practices where I cleanse my own mind, and I think about that, and I said, was this anger justified? Was this annoyance on my part, okay, was justified? Did I ever take time to think about what was going through this lady's head? Yes. Whatever was, I do not know her situation. Maybe those 20 minutes were critical to her. Now, so think about all that happens in our lives. Now, I want you all to think about this example. You see this picture of a pot of water boiling. Now, think about this. If I bring my hands close to this pot like this, okay, I don't touch the pot because it's too hot, right? If I bring the hands close to the pot, what happens? After a while, do I feel the heat in my hands? Even without touching it, I feel the heat, right? So that is the energy, right? The heat energy, thermal energy, which is being transferred. Now, if I take those hands and if I touch on my face, or I bring to my face, even if I don't touch it, you'll feel a little bit of heat, on your face. So there is this energy which gets transferred from a boiling pot of hot water to my hands and to my face. So there is this energy. Now, all of y'all think about this. Every time you get angry at little things in life, what happens to you? Now, you all probably don't notice some little things in life, but when you get really angry, do you feel your body heating up? Do you feel the heat? Sometimes some of you all will get so angry and we say he got red, fury, is red in face. I have to admit that when I get angry, sometimes my face might turn red. I have been angry like that. I do not know about y'all, but we all get angry. And when that happens, what do you think happens to does our body generate heat? Okay, it might not be apparent, but it generates some kind of sort of heat. Okay, and what happens to that heat? Like the pot of hot boiling water, that heat radiates out. And where does it radiate out, do you think? To the people around you, in your environment, in your home, in your office, at your workplace, wherever you are. It goes out and it hits the other people. So what is this heat? This heat is really negativity. Negativity coming from out of your body. Okay? And it's going out and it's hitting the other people. Now, when this heat hits other people, and think about this, if you are generating this heat, even by little annoyances throughout the day, this heat, which is going out all the time, is actually hitting the members of your family, your co-workers, or whoever, your clients, your business associates, all the time, right? And when they are hit by heat, what do you think they give it back to you? They give you the same heat back, right? So if you generate this heat is negativity, right? So if you are generating this negativity and you are giving out this negativity, even if it is very subtle, but it keeps on happening all the time, by these little annoyances you go through all the day, then you will keep on receiving the same negativity. It's as simple as that, right? But now think back. How did this annoyance start? It all started with a thought. And what was that thought? It was thought that the Subway sandwich maker was rude to me. Instead of that, and who created that thought? I created that thought. Similarly, whatever situation you went through, maybe you had a bad server, you had whatever, a bad clerk, you generated the thought that he or she is rude to me. But was it really true? Was it really true they were rude to you? Or was it that there were certain set of conditions? Maybe they had to get home, they were getting late, or whatever. The other thing to consider here is how much of an annoyance was it really? I still got my sandwiches. My kids got my sandwiches. Yes, we had some annoyance, but was it worthwhile for me to bring that to the level of discussing it while we were eating? Some of you all might know this, that when we talk negative things while we eat, the food carries the negativity along with it to our body. Because while we were eating, we were actually generating negativity, the negative energy which was being absorbed by the food, and then we were consuming the same food. So the negativity was entering our body. So think about it. I created a negative thought. And think about how many such negative thoughts you might be creating on your day-to-day basis, whatever you all do. So here is what I want you all to do today. A little exercise. All through the day, when you generate a negative thought, we all generate negative thoughts. Okay? I'm not a saint. Nobody's a saint here. So we all generate negative thoughts. So when you generate a negative thoughts, stop yourself and say, I'm going to cancel this thought. Just simply say, I'm canceling. Okay? Sometimes you say something out of your mouth, right? Something wrong, and you say, I take my words back. Similarly, if your mind generates a negative thought, immediately, first thing you say, I cancel this thought. Okay, as you say that, that negativity dies down. And now replace it with a positive thought. What could be a positive thought? Like in this case, I said, oh, maybe this Subway sandwich maker had something going on in her head. Maybe she had, I don't know, I'm just making this up right now. Maybe she had to get somewhere and I delayed her by 20 minutes and she was annoyed with me because of that. Okay. So whatever it is, replace that with positive thought. Now, what that does with you, that replaces that negativity you got in your body with a positivity. And you, once you start doing this, you will see that slowly and gradually, if you replace these negative thoughts with positive thoughts on a day-to-day basis, then your life will start changing. Now, if you want to learn how to do this more effectively, I invite you to join my sessions every week. I do three free sessions every week where I teach you how to bring this positivity in your life. Okay, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday evenings at 8:30 p.m. US Central Time, which is actually 7 a.m. Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday Indian time. So if you are interested in coming to my free sessions to learn how to do all this, okay, please WhatsApp me on that number or visit my website, magicallives.com. And then if you like this video, here is what I want you to do. I want you to share this positivity with at least 3 friends or 3 relatives. So please share this video to 3 friends or relatives. And don't forget to subscribe my video and come back and watch me again. Thank you very much for watching my video. You have a great day.